back to my YouTube channel. I am back again with another video, and tonight, and yes it is nighttime. I usually record my videos in the daytime, but trying something different right now. Yeah, I wanted to update you guys on you know, my journey here so far living in Miami. As you guys know, I'm from the Bahamas, and I just recently moved to Miami about 2-3 months ago. I moved in March, so y'all can do the maths. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys just a little brief update, and then we could get on with the whatever the title of the video says. I know what I'm gonna say, but I haven't thought of the title of the video as yet. So yeah, we could get right into that. So yeah, so far from a business perspective, my time here has been just how I expected it to be, honestly. Just being an entrepreneur, like, this isn't the first time that I moved into a new city. I was living in Freeport, and then I moved to Nassau, and it was basically the same thing in Nassau. Like, when I first went there, like, no one knew me, and then business had to pick up like slowly before I really started getting booked a lot. And so that's how it basically is here now too. So I completely expected that. So I get like the bookings are slowly coming in, but of course it's nothing compared to what I'm used to back home. Like, back home I really be booked a lot, and I'm very fortunate and thankful to be able to say that. But yeah, like here now, like, you know, it gradually like comes in like slowly, like every, you know, like just gradually, like slowly getting there. And literally I just be going ham a lot in the daytime, just day and night actually, just doing a lot of marketing. Like, I haven't posted on my business page in a minute, which I'm going to get back into it soon, but it's just that I have been so focused on studying the Miami market, literally just doing my background work. Like, I graduated with my degree in marketing, so it's like every single thing that I learned in college, I've been applying it to my business here. Like, you know, like just studying different tactics, what I can do differently, what I can you know, do to make my business really kick off over here basically. And so that's what I've been doing, a lot of background work. And so let me tell you how the devil is work, right? So the other day I was yeah, like I said, just doing a lot of the marketing and stuff like that for my business over here. And I don't know, like, as I was doing it, like something just came over me, and it was just like a feeling of, I don't want to call it fail, but it just felt like a feeling. It was almost like my heart dropped out of sense. And basically it was just the thought of, like, you know, like, what if it don't work out over here? Like, what if, you know, though this is a place that provides opportunities and stuff like that, it's like, you know, some things in life has happened like beyond your control, and it's like, what if, like, you know, I just end up right back home, and, you know, like, just what if it just turned out to be a flop, not in terms of me not making it or like having success in my business over here, but like, you know, like, things has happened beyond your control. Like, I'm not an American citizen. It's like, what if something happens with the government? What if they you know, they change like their policies for residents living here? Like, it's a, you know, like, it's a lot of things that can happen when you're in a foreign country. So it's like, I just was thinking about that, and I just was like wow, like, you know, like, what if that happened to me or something like that? And like, as the thought, as it marinated in my mind, like, literally, like, no joke, like, literally, like, 2 minutes later, like, I ain't gonna lie, I think when I like went good 2 minutes over, 2 minutes I was a little worried, but anyway, like, literally, like, 2 minutes in, like, I just burst out laughing, Dread. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, like, I just burst out laughing because it was like, devil, you really tried it. Like, you really tried it. Like, honest to God, if this was Felicia a couple years ago, maybe even last year, I lied, this was Felicia probably like two years ago or something like that, I feel like I would have just let that one thought like just ruin my whole day. Like I maybe even have been like I might have been like that for a little couple days even before I could have really get back into my passionate spirit, you know. But like the difference between me then and me now, looking back on it, is that I feel as though my source of happiness was in my accomplishments. I promise you all, no lie. Like I literally, and that's the thing, like that's like literally, as I said that just now, that's the first time me realizing that, like looking back, I feel like my source of happiness was in my accomplishments. In that every time I succeeded at something, every time I set a goal and the goal was very successful, it was like, okay, good, Felicia, like you're doing good. Like it wasn't like in a cocky way, but it was like, it was very rewarding in my spirit. Like it made me feel good, like just knowing that I could put my mind to something and I actually could achieve it. Like it used to make me feel like seriously, like it used to make me feel so good, like so good. And so yeah, like because my happiness was in my success and my achievements, it's like I feel like while I'm still a hard worker, I feel like back then I overworked myself a lot. And when I say overworked myself, I'm not meaning in terms of the physical tactics that you do when you're trying to achieve a goal, and that you stay up at extra hours or you make sacrifices and stuff like that. I'm talking about like emotionally, like mentally, like literally just really just overworking your spirit, like just overworking your mind, like it really is it healthy to just be so burnt out. That's the thing. Like I feel like I used to be burnt out a lot, and that was unnecessary. Looking back at it, that was unnecessary. And to make reference to the thought that I told you I was thinking about earlier, when I was like, you know what, if I don't make it over here, I feel like back then, if that thought had run across my mind and I was over here, I feel like I would have taken that to heart. Like I would have, like that would have marinated my spirit. I ain't gonna lie, more than that 2 minutes than it really did. It would have marinated in my spirit, because I feel like I would have been ashamed. Honestly, I feel like I would have been ashamed going back home and like, you know, it didn't work out and stuff like that. And you know, it was so much people over here was supporting me, and you know, they gave me well wishes and stuff like that. Like I feel like I would have been afraid of embarrassment. That's how I feel. Even though I know that there's a lot of my clients miss me now, like home. Like there's a lot of my clients always asking me, oh, when you making your next trip back to Freeport, or when you come into Nassau and stuff like that. Like it's a lot of my clients who are literally probably like, yeah, I was wishing you well, but like I really need a photo shoot, like, you know, like, so like while like I know that business would still like pick up and whatever, I think personally back then I would have been embarrassed. But like the difference is that with me now, like my source and my happiness comes from God. So like that's why I tell you, like I just laughed at the thought of it not working out over here for whatever reason, because it's like regardless of wherever I go, regardless of whoever I encounter, regardless of whatever the situation and the circumstances is, it's like at the end of the day, I know who is the holder of my future. Like I know that even if it's not God's will for me to be successful here, I can be successful somewhere else. You see what I'm trying to say? Like even if it's not Miami, even if it's not the United States, even if it's not success in photography on the level that I wanted, like I'm gonna have success at some point in my life. Like I know that is written over my life. You see what I'm trying to say? And so because that's like a promise from God, because I just like my source of happiness comes from him and not in my accomplishments. It's like I could be more at ease with how things are going over here in Miami. Like I said, like I work very hard, like literally, like just because I'm not posting on my business page as often, which in time as I upload this video, I'm pretty sure I can have a couple posts up already. But anyway, yeah, like just because I'm not posting as often, it doesn't mean that a lot of background work isn't going in, because that's literally all that I be doing, like putting that background work in. And so as I do that, like I do it with a spirit that's at ease. Like I do it with a spirit that's content. Like I do it with a spirit that, like, God got me. Like I need to be out here like half killing myself. And again, like that's the thing. Like when I first started in business, I always felt that if I wasn't stressing myself out, or if I wasn't worrying, which I literally had to battle with, like slowing down on stressing out myself and slowing down on worrying and stuff like that, because it's like I ain't trying to have no high blood pressure or heart attack at a young age or anything like that. So that's one of the reasons why I was really trying to slow down on that. But like, yeah, like I felt like if I wasn't doing that, it was a sign that I was losing my enthusiasm, or I was losing my passion or something like that. But like now it's like when you just know that God got you, it's like me and God already had an agreement. It was like literally we had a consultation session. It's like I already tell him I can put this amount in. He said, okay, Felicia, okay, I can put this amount in. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like if you trust someone and you know exactly, like you know someone can come through for what they say they were gonna do, it's no need to half kill yourself to reach the goal. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like if you know somebody who's reliable versus someone who's little sketchy, or you don't know. It's like that person who you know reliable is like, no, I know that person can come through for me. It's basically the same way. And so another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about too is, right, I'll never forget this time I was getting my hair done back home in Freeport from a very she's a popular hairstylist. I was getting my hair done from her, and as I was getting my hair done, she was talking to me, and I love, like I sure y'all realize right now, I love to have conversations with people. So as she was talking to me, she just was telling me her journey with how she got started as being a hairstylist and stuff like that. And she just was like, I don't know how we got on this exact topic, but she made a statement, and I like I said, I'll never forget it. She just was like, Felicia, you have to be happy with where God has you. And she was like, not only do you have to be happy with where he has you, you have to make sure that your heart is aligned with the things that you are doing. She was like, you have to make sure that your spirit in the right place, because she was like, you could be overworking and killing yourself just to gain success. And basically, because a lot of people, like, people might not admit it, but like a lot of people that strive for success to show off. Like seriously, it's just like when someone did you wrong, like an ex or a friend did you wrong, and it's like you trying to glow up to prove something to them. It's like the glow up never can be your true glow up, because you're doing it with the wrong spirit in mind. So like, yeah, you may take a picture looking nice, but how do you really glow it up? But yeah, back to what the hairstylist was telling me. She just was like, a lot of people is be out here overworking themselves and doing it, like trying to gain success for the wrong reasons, and they would half kill themselves to get that success, to show off, and then God would just give what they wanted to someone else who they feel is undeserving of it, who you feel as though didn't put in half as much work. And then you have a jealous spirit. You upset at God now because you felt as though you deserved it and not this person. And now boom, you mad. You get what I'm trying to say? And like, I never thought about it, and I was like, mother, was like, I was like, that makes sense for real. Like, we really have to make sure that our spirit is in the right place whenever we ask God for something. Whenever we're striving towards something, like, you have to make sure that your heart is at a place of pure peace, like no form of malice or jealousy or you know, like just wicked thoughts or anything is just marinated in your spirit. Because trust me, like you will be working dead hard, and it's like you may see some fruits, but you wouldn't see the amount of fruits that probably was promised to you because your heart isn't where it's supposed to be. You get what I'm trying to say? And so yeah guys, that's all I have to say on the matter. Just basically, like, if you could take anything from this video, the one thing that I want you to take is just to make sure that your heart, make sure that your spirit is in the right place. Make sure that your happiness, like your soul, like is not in what you're chasing. Do not be attached to what you're chasing. Like, yes, like of course as a business owner, like I want my business to go as far as possible. Like I want to like be very successful and gain a lot of accomplishments in my business, in my field. But it's like my happiness isn't stored in that. My happiness isn't in the dream. So it's like, even if that never happens for me, even if it never happens to the extent that I want it to happen, you really think that I can let like a lot of time pass not enjoying my sweet life, just chasing a dream? Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like every day I trying to smile, like every day trying to laugh at something, like find the joy, like, because there's other things in my life. Like there's like my business is my passion, and God knows that I work hard for it and I want it and stuff like that. But it's like, if it's not written over my life to have it at the level and at the extent that I want it, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Get mad at God for not giving me that? He may give me something better in a completely different area. Like I may have success in a different area. I may have success doing something else even. The magnitude of success, I should say. So yeah guys, don't have kill yourself over things. Like if God already, like, and that's the thing, like if you already know that you was a person who was do your part, you already put God first in your business, you already work, like that's the thing, like you and God already had this agreement. Like I say, you already had this consultation session, you already like signed a dotted line and stuff like that. Like you don't have nothing to worry about. Like seriously, you don't have nothing to worry about at all. And so like with this trip, with this new venture to Miami, like I say, like business, it's nowhere of course like how I'm used to back home. But like I say, number one, I expected that because nobody knows me here. Like I expected that, but like I know that it's gonna get there. And speaking of that, it's just a side note. I just want to thank all the Bahamian people over here who have like reached out to me. Lord Felice, you're such a baby. Like I feel like I want to cry, but anyway, I just wanted to thank like all the Bahamian people who live here, who reached out to me, who asked me to do a photo shoot of them. Like it really meant a lot. And you know, like I just appreciate the fact that, because y'all have to do that, like y'all could like just support somebody else from a different nationality or whatever. Like I just appreciate the fact that you still chose me. Like even in a different country, you have even more options, like like you still wanted my services. And like I just really appreciate that. Like y'all the best. Like I ain't gonna lie though, like I ain't gonna lie, like my Bahamian people really came through for me, like with this entire like with this entire move, with this entire like even like now, like with random strangers, like people I've never met before. Like just the other day, a client in Nassau, they was like, you know, I want to know if you're available to take some graduation shots for me. And I just was like, you know, I would really love to, but I'm no longer primarily based in Nassau. Even though guys, I'm still going to be going back home to shoot often. Yeah, and I just told them that. They just was like, oh, you know, I wish you the best over there, you know, continue to put God first, da da da. And I just was like, thank you, Dre. Like, you know, like people just don't have to like, people just don't have to say like stuff like that just to keep you encouraged. And so yes, I really just appreciate all of you guys, and thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in, and I will have more content coming you guys way very soon. Bye.